not just like, it's not just beauty. Because beauty to me is like, when I think of beauty, I think of outside. When I think of feminine, it's also like how I carry myself as a person.
Exactly.
And like they're saying, if you're a hater, you're not pretty, because it's also about, what are you carrying inside? Like always being on the inside. Yes. And this does not exclude the king between us. All of us have our own little hacks that we have that make us feel more beautiful, make us feel more ourselves. You know what I mean?
Exactly. We are so proud to be partnering with Nivea for this video. Yay! In such class, what is actually the video? I mean, like, we are Nivea girlies. I feel like Nivea is one of those brands that any girl who has transitioned into adulthood, or even into teenagehood, has used at some point and probably still use.
I feel like Nivea felt like my choice when it's like I realized it's just like a little bit more grown, you know? Because now it's like I have this. I'm able to select exactly what I want, and I'm more keen on what makes me feel good, what makes me feel more like myself. My skin is always asking about what's shiny.
I'm tired. Every other video just Nivea's legs shiny. Sometimes I can barely see the set because
where are my sunglasses?
Exactly. You know, and it's a brand that has grown with us from when we were teenagers all the way to here. They have recently relaunched their Nourishing Cocoa Body Lotion. It is a new and improved formula. This is a lotion we love. We deeply, deeply love it. We recently got to try it, and it's just been an amazing addition to our skincare and feminine and hygiene routines. And that's actually what inspired this episode. Because we're like, the cups that you ordinarily think of, it's like one of those things that just like try it, and after you try it, you're like, that's how we do it.
Actually, I think as we get older, it's just more about how we make you feel again. Like that's it. Everything is about how I'm gonna feel. It makes me feel more confident, more myself. And this one, then they have a new formula which has pure hyaluron, which means that it's going to extend the hydration of your skin. You're going to have like your muscles is gonna be more.
Because I'm your best friend.
So it locks in moisture for 48 hours. If you don't want to shower, that's okay.
But even if you do shower,
it's still going to have moisture in your skin, and also it smells really good. I'm when it comes to body lotions, I don't want the scent to be too potent, and it's just right. It is just right.
I don't want my lotion to be trying to be my perfume. I want my lotion to just be my lotion, and that's actually what I love about this one. It's like this I'm not smelling like chocolate. It's a very light scent. It has vitamin E as well. Like a deeply penetrating serum, so everything in your eye, you have very beautiful, healthy looking skin. You can find it basically in all countries.
You do touch the bottle and it just feels like honey. It's fine. It's just 50% recyclable, so that's a really good investment because we're taking care of our planet, you know?
Exactly.
So
since this is such a core part of our feminine and beauty routines, let's talk about some hacks that we have. And each one, this is actually a trend idea that started on TikTok. It's like this that particular sound that you just hear when you go in there, and it's like a woman saying, here we go, your most unhinged way to lose weight, or your most unhinged, feminine hack, or your most unhinged way to get rid of a guy or something like that. So we got the idea there, and we really fit for this episode. So
exactly. First one is speak affirmations over your water before drinking it. To really have start. I'm a plant mom. They can grow and they can flourish better. So then maybe that's true that you affirm your water. When you drink it, it will do more to you.
So I also saw one that was saying, Ati, this lady said that she started speaking
Hey,
to
Precious.
her, and her hair now is the longest that it has ever been. I definitely believe the Bible when it says that the power of life and death is the tongue. So I do believe that the things we say do have power. But do you believe that? Yeah, by the way, maybe sometimes that's why you're poor. Because that's why you are poor, because you haven't spoken to your money and said, bro. But of course, also, let me tell you what, guys, it's a bro. It's from an iPhone 17 to a 17 Pro Max. Oh, no, it's more more about that whole thing of like the secret. You've never heard about it.
Yeah.
The more you speak over your life, the more you speak over your children, you speak over your husband, about over your finances, the more it's like you either attract or don't
I get
attract.
it.
You know, it's like kind of like it's more in your vision.
Yeah.
Sort of like what is
I
your trend?
totally agree. Listen, I am not here to judge anybody. Imagine beauty. Only just a little bit. But you know what? If you want to do this, go ahead. Who am I to know? Maybe she feels more beautiful and more when she drinks that water, she feels like it's cleansing her entire body. Who knows? That's it.
So why are you laughing? This is very serious.
Yeah.
And I'm going to start trying to do that.
Mm.
I'm going to actually start trying to do that. Because my
Questions
my
yourself.
head has been needing. I do them. I'm not proud to say, but I only do them when I feel like I need them. So like when I'm feeling really discouraged, when I'm like, I'm lazy, I'm a good mom. Okay, people love me. I add value to society. When I'm feeling discouraged, I can just like, yeah.
Okay.
Interesting information. My kids.
I had value to society.
Yeah. You can really see my insecurity.
I can see.
I'm laughing.
I'm making crepes or pancakes.
But that's like I'm a good mom. I'm a good mom. I had value.
Exactly. People like me. I'm likable. You know, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Just
Hmm.
yeah. Because now you don't have like
The
you
innovation.
and that. Be awkward. It's like what are you doing? Yeah. So now you don't feel that.
Also, I find it awkward to look at myself when I'm affirming myself. This one was like you're looking in the mirror or you're looking at no.
Yeah.
I just want, in fact, I like to close my eyes and like I just affirm it. I can't do it if I'm looking at myself in the mirror.
I can't, but it took time. Yeah, it took time. Yeah. Yeah, it's like you're seeing yourself. It doesn't matter. I can just say anything about them. Like your body looks so good. Or look at, yeah.
I'm feeling shy to be in front of myself. When I do eventually get a new therapist, I think,
What are you going
they
to
could,
do?
exactly. Here's one of my own unhinged feminists like beauty house is losing weight. I truly believe that when you are living in a body that you yourself are not comfortable with, that you know is not the healthiest, most comfortable, most you version of you. Unfortunately, I just feel like you cannot reach your peak feminine beautiness. Unfortunately, that is just the case. I'm not talking about women who are plus size and big and feel comfortable, happy, and completely just in themselves.
Yeah.
However, if you are in a body like I was, where I knew from afar, I just knew I am so pretty, but I'm going to unlock my prettiest prettiness, my sexiest sexiness, my baddest baddest.
Yeah.
When I lose weight,
Yeah.
and it in fact has been the case.
Yeah.
And if anyone is thinking you're trying to lose weight, and you know, if you're not happy when you're big, you'll be happy when you're smaller. They're lying to you, and they don't want you to be happy.
Yeah. Question. Is that rooted fat phobia?
No, yeah, because the reality of I'm trying to say I'm tired. Whether or not someone is shaming me for being fat, I am tired at the top of the stairs.
Right.
That's
But are you
it.
unhappy in your body because of that or because of the aesthetics of it?
I think it's like both. It's both for sure. For me, at least, it was both. I have seen people who are bigger but extremely fit. Like, even now when I'm in the gym, when I carry a 40 kg dumbbell, I'm like, I was with this 40 kgs.
Stop. That is so very
Exactly. And in fact, when I'm carrying, I'm like, I'm carrying this as a deadlift and it's so heavy. But this is what I'm walking around with. Every time I was squatting to pick something, it was extra kgs I was squatting with to pick anything. You don't think about it that way.
Whoa, exactly. So very.
That is, and it's a lot.
Yeah.
People 40 kgs in it.
Yes.
People 40.
40
In their whole
kg.
is like 50, it's like 100 and whatever. So for me, that discomfort, I think was a big part of it. The aesthetics, yeah, definitely, I think they have some impact of like, you know, fat phobia or, although even the fact that we're in Africa and being in a bigger body is celebrated. And even now, girl, I think it is because even now, I don't get it, oh, you've lost too much weight,
Yeah.
now you don't know, shape is not the way it used to be or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
So there is an element of that. but it's
Kira, wow.
very just
Kira.
opportunity.
Hi.
Whatever you go.
Yeah, you find.
Money enough. My one, which is like consistent with that, is just not being there with my body, like just not thinking about my body
Butter.
at all. You know, actually, because I wasn't working out for a while, it's like I added some. I just still have the weight on my body now, and I think I was telling myself, I was like,
you know it's okay to be chubby. Did I tell you that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, you know it's okay to to just give yourself room
Yeah.
to like kind of fluctuate a bit
Yeah.
up, fluctuate a bit down, because people assume that fat phobia actually only affects people who are big, but that's not true. It affects everyone because it's kind of like shame. It's like if someone is shamed for something, everyone here gets taught you want to be there. Continue eating that chocolate. Continue. No, eat it. So it's like it actually affects people even when you're small, even the people who are very small.
Yeah.
Add it a pound.
Yeah.
It's like, do you want to get there?
Yeah.
If you want to be like them, who are being shamed?
Yeah.
So it ends up,
and even you, when you add a bit of weight, it's like, on the route, on the path, you add obesity. Yeah.
I get it.
So actually, it's not even fat phobia, it's body phobia.
Yeah,
Or like,
it is that way.
yeah.
Because it's fatness we are all running away
That's
from.
it, yeah.
No matter what you do, that is what you can't get. And it's as much as it's like really preached about to be about health,
Yeah.
but really it's way more stuff in that.
Yeah.
And actually, fatphobia is one of the things that almost everyone, every culture agrees with. It's very important. Some places where it's like race, like we're all black and you know, like all the other ones, like you know, if you're skinny, but fat phobia,
Yeah.
you can find like in so many cultures.
You're right.
Yeah, so I think for me it's been more like, okay, fine, you got a pound here, you got a 5, 2 or 3 here. It's like giving myself the wiggle room, which I would say is my own.
That's the
Yeah.
beauty has.
Yeah.
Giving yourself, allowing you, extending grace to yourself.
Yeah.
That's like the different seasons that your body, that your hairline even goes through. You know what I mean? It's like sometimes it's full, sometimes it's not. Yeah.
It's okay. Yeah, I think going with the ebb and flows of your humanity and your personness,
Yeah.
it's like it's okay. It's true.
Yeah. When you ask that question of like how much of what you think about our is like the phobia of society versus this, sometimes I ask myself, do we ever really know, even with all the therapy in the world, do we ever really know how much of my thoughts are my thoughts and how much of my thoughts are like internalized misogyny, you know, whatever, all these things that impacted us growing up, the things we saw on TV, America's Next Top Model, like I'm not the documentary.
Who, Tyra? Would you like to take a minute? Would you like to do breath work? I have never had like a girl like this. And here's the thing, we did. I was like, God, but it wasn't the way we see it now. Ooh, because that was horrible.
Yeah.
And I feel like that show.
And all of us, we are all damaged from the beginning. That is it. Yeah. Even we as a fat girl growing up, I would be like, yeah, okay, this is I'm existing in the normal world of fatness, but I'm trying to go there to be a model and you're fat. You know what I mean?
No, yeah.
So I don't know
I don't want to get to like the root of like what are my peers thoughts, but a lot of the work that I'm doing in therapy now is about like having congruence between my thoughts, my words, and my actions. So it's like it is always no. There's somewhere you have like your internal guidance, which is like, okay, I don't like that. Do you not like that, or do you like it, or do you know? So kind of trying to exist in a way that is like I'm sure of what I think about things, what I say, and then I allow that to inform my actions. So that's making me feel like I'm aware of what's really true to me, and also tiring. Oh, for sure, girl.
So when you
I don't think I'm interesting. One thing I ain't like that. It's
exhausted for
it
you.
is really tiring, but it's good because it's extremely rewarding, and it's when you see whether or not you're present in your own life. You know what I mean? I get that. Yeah, because you're being true, right? Yeah. Radical honesty, but the how that guys, how is it going?
Radical honesty, I like that. So someone else said an unhinged feminine and beauty hack was I stopped caring about my appearance and I've never felt more free.
Yeah.
I mean that's the same as
It's kind of
thing.
like that. It's like just not putting so much pressure over my appearance. But what comes first with that is my values on my appearance. That's the key that we call as being very valuable. That's the message. You know what? That's why we all give ourselves that much pressure, because if I'm more beautiful, if I'm skinnier, then I'm worth more. Then I'm more worthy of love, I'm more worthy of admiration. I can fit in. Like there's so many things that affect us because we're social beings that make us, that inform the way that we act about things. You know what I mean? Yeah. Also, I feel like if by the definition of like beauty and femininity and whatnot, it's more about how I feel in my body, then even though okay, I don't wouldn't even matter if anyone does you. Yourself, you feel good. Yourself, you feel feminist. Yourself, you're like, I feel good in my body. Yeah. My body for you, but of course, because we exist in our world like social media and people constantly say, you know what change I am? Oh, that's the choice you make from there. Oh, wow. I'm so glad that you're okay with your eyes. No light, and then okay. And then now you're finally no eyes. Finally. Flawed being presented. I just feel I can be myself. Actually, just like my complete natural normal self with folds and cellulite and stretch marks, everything. You give me the motivation to just let it all hang out. No, hashtag ugly girls winning. It's happy, but at the end of the day, isn't it serious? Isn't it that job? It's really fun. You want to be an influencer? Get used to things. You see, actually, putting yourself on the chopping block to be chopped, and then you that's it. You're really going through a lot. Yeah, it's okay. We're paying the price and then also enjoying the perks. Enjoying the perks. Exactly. Yeah. All right. Another beauty, feminine and beauty hack. Never use public toilet paper. Baby wipes in the bag every day. So I do use wipes, but I need to finish with the toilet paper, and I'm not buying another toilet paper. Oh, okay. So she's saying like now in the public washroom, don't use the toilet paper there. Oh, right. So like the toilet paper could be dirty. Yeah. But here I still need to use the toilet paper. Yeah. I'm not finishing with the wipes. Are you finished with the wipes? I can't. Let's do the wipes and you put on your panty. Yeah. With your wet cookie. It's not wet like water, it's just like more like moist. Yeah. I don't like that. Yeah. I like now it's the way. Like I cannot even consider it. In your bathroom in the house you always then I'm always like, who is using this? Yes, you must wipe. There's just something about it. And now just use like all the time I have this freshness. Yeah. I completely agree with that. Yeah. So someone else had said another half was like, okay, if you're gonna use the public, if you enter your public toilet, you just use the tissue, remove the last two or the last three. Okay, I just go inside and sit exactly then now you can use the other one, the rest of it. Yeah. That's what I would really encourage you guys. Really. And I technically to think about it, if like you put something else that was dirty here, yeah. You wipe tissue and you didn't go wipe the white, right? Yeah. Your mama needs it. But you know what else that are only just recently. I get that now. Get your encourage it. Yeah. Get your toys. Put them in your handbag and then you can use it. Yeah. I always do that. Right. Let's talk about how you have to do solution. One thing that I feel is that actually this is something you should have, and I think it's all the time. If you want to last all day long, you put your lotion or your oil, depending on what they use, the lotion, and then you put your perfume on top of it. That's what you do. Or sometimes what you do, sometimes even if you use perfume oil, do you use perfume oil? No. I need to give you a perfume oil. I have that I don't use. You don't know these things, when you just loud, short. When I go home, I was like, oh, this is a little much. Right, yeah. I get it. And sometimes me, I like, after I already put my mouth down, and then now it's like, I'm straight, yeah, and I'm going to spray my perfume. When it's so calm, but here's a hack. You can take your lotion, and use the lotion, and then you can put drops of the perfume oil in the lotion. Yes, exactly. You put the lotion, and then you put the oil, and then you put the perfume oil. Anyway, you put the perfume oil, it's like on your hand, yeah, and then now you pack up. Girl, you smell so because girls, you just feel like I mean, it's not even any place to go. It's not that you use hydration. Yeah, you usually penetrate your skin. Yeah, feeling that it's very like the whole thing. Yeah, don't go to another department. Then it's just outside your face. So you're in the lift and you're like, you know, small. That's it. Yeah, you have to say that of things like this. If you should like literally 30 minutes ago, that's just over. Yeah. Alright, that's how I'm going to take out. I have to take that one. Okay, let's do that one. Someone else said, and I'm really hard to get a divorce. That one, but yeah, my opinion was going to be marry someone you like and who likes you. Because nothing ages faster than being in an unhappy marriage or being in an unhappy relationship. It will show on your face. It will show on your face. Sometimes when you go to TikTok and you see those videos of like, I think after the wrong relationship, and you see how someone was looking like disheveled, they have taken all your self-worth and you're just looking anyhow, then now they are fused. And you're like, actually, it is never worth it to be in a relationship with someone who does not like you, and you do not like you.
Anything that
Yeah.
I have that has taught me that beauty is skin deep,
Yeah, baby.
it's that.
Mhm.
Because tell me why. Tell me why you are glowing, skinned, everything clean. But once this baboon crossed paths with you, we can't recognize it
Yeah.
because it's like from here, it's like it really affects how you feel, how you take care of yourself. I know there's a relationship I was in that was like, oh, bro, like the very end of it. I wasn't working out, like, because it takes so much of your energy, and especially if you're like very, like if you're activated, your attachment is activated, you're just like, you can't eat, you can't.
Yeah. You can't put yourself first. Like, it's just, yeah. In fact, feminine and beauty are so deeply tied to wellness. I feel like actually wellness is like the key to unlocking feminine and beauty, because if you're not living well in terms of like what you're eating, what you're drinking, how you're sleeping, whether you're working out or moving your body, that are you surrounding yourself with people who love you or in spaces where you're appreciated and valued, you're not doing any of that shit. Girl, you know perfume alone won't save you.
Yeah,
Because
you're putting it together. Yeah, I agree. Another one, someone said, another feminine beauty hack is don't get married, don't have kids. No one said those that who are married and kids are ugly. No, nobody said that.
But if you want to be beautiful, if you want to guarantee beauty, they're saying don't get. This is, I think this rooted in something.
Yeah.
When you are married with kids, you definitely, let me not say definitely, you are more likely to have more stresses in your life. Let me say, and of course, stress does have an impact in terms of your faith. If I'm always, every time that brings a head, then of course I'm gonna have more responsibility. You know what I mean? It's like if I'm always angry about my kids, whatever, I'm stressed, especially even financial stress or whatever, definitely it will have an impact. Those very many of those ones, but you don't get married, don't have kids.
Yeah.
I want to do some kind of research on that. Or like about it's just like let's see the average pace of someone who get married and then have kids.
I think the truth is in the
Yeah.
pudding, and
Yeah.
like you said, just all move on.
Yeah.
I am definitely not anti-marriage. Guys. You guys know I want a family. I would love to be married and have kids. Not like right now, kind of thing, you know, in the future. So I'm not anti that, but it just needs to be in conditions that do not disable you.
That's the
I
thing.
mean, to be honest, I think marriage and kids is just too beautiful to be marked up with misalignment and nastiness. I think it should be something like just treasured and sacred and beautiful. Whether it is or not.
Definitely should be.
Yeah, for encouraging me.
Yeah,
Thank you so much. Thanks.
Yeah, no, you see, marriage and kids is fantastic because of the job that we do and because we interact with so many people who are in such horrible situations and who I deeply empathize with. What I've seen is that it's often one of those things because you don't know what it's like to be married until you're married. Many people make the wrong choice.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what it's like to be a parent or a mom until you are a parent and a mom. Many people get in there and then they're like, wow, this is not what I wanted, but guess what? Now the kids are here, right? And then if you don't have things like, you don't have, let's say, financial resources to pay, let's say, for a night nurse or a mommy makeover or, all these other things that now the mom is not have, then of course it's going to have an impact on what society views as beautiful. But then again, if you as a mom can define your own standard of beauty, then I mean, why should you get in the way of saying that you're feminine and beauty? Because let me tell you, for a fact, when your stomach has stretched out to here, it's not gonna look the same as it used before.
I'm watching to talk about this and I'm thinking about the allure of like the topic is men. And so it's like the topic is a married couple with kids, telling about the reality of marriage. But it's true, baby.
Damn.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's where now the redefining of what femininity and beauty means to you comes in.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be society's average, just definition, but it can be something even even better. Yeah,
And
become
funny
even more
enough, I
beautiful.
actually still hold true that a wonderful relationship and a good partnership can make you a better version of yourself. In fact, I've seen proof
Yeah.
over and over again that a healthy dynamic, a beautiful marriage, a great family can make you like 3 times more able to like express yourself, become more in your life. So guys, hang in there. Hold on to hope. Okay? Hold on to hope. Hope is not hope is not a strategy, girl. Okay, here's another advanced one. I water fasted for 5 days because I believe it will help my immunity. Instead, I got the clear eyes, white teeth, and clear skin. But yeah, really unhinged. What? Water fast. Oh, right, yeah, no. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I hear it, but that's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. I don't, yeah, never water fast. I've done liquid fast, like where I want like juice, soup, or whatever, but just water.
Yeah.
I never, but people who have done it have said that have been phenomenal.
How did you do your juice? Or your liquid fast?
I've done so many different. I've done like a 7-day one. I've done at least 1-day one. Yeah,
You just drink liquid for 21 days.
yeah. It's very doable. It's very doable. You actually get it. You can get nutrition from so many different things. Like a thick soup. Think about stuff and soup. When you have thick soup or when you have like a yogurt, it's like it feels like it could be. Yeah. Wow. Every time.
No,
Okay.
definitely not. Okay, that sounds really good, guys. Keep going. I'm loving this for all of you. Another beauty and feminine hack. Take the
Yeah. Yeah. What is earning them?
that you're not waking up feeling like you haven't slept enough.
Alright, yeah, that has been me the past 2 days, and I'm not operating at premium.
Yeah.
But it's been like things which I couldn't control, kind of thing. But like now, I know I need to make today. I want to be bed by 8 at the latest. But yeah, going to bed early just sets you up for a great day. 7 to 9 hours is what an adult should be aiming for.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I haven't set an alarm, like I can remember when the last time I set an alarm. Obviously, this is for somebody who doesn't have kids, somebody who has an urgent meeting every single day to go to. But not setting an alarm means that my body just sleeps. When like I sleep, then when I wake up, I expose myself to sunlight like immediately. And now I'm done. Yeah, it's worse. And now I'm watching my clock is like set, and I always wake up like a few minutes to 7. Like almost like in proper a few minutes to 7, and I'm telling you the way I'm feeling. I feel so calm, I feel so balanced. I'm like, yeah,
Because last night you were sending me a voice note past 11.
no matter what I think, like I can't wake myself around that time. Usually I'm in bed by 10.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
good. You don't roll in bed.
No,
You are getting into bed when you're sleeping. You're going to sleep.
that's it.
Yeah, okay. Thanks.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I do. I am more like feeling about it is that sometimes I feel like my skin area or something. There's always something I feel heavy. When you go to bed, let it go. My sister thinks that's diabolical. Yeah.
Me, I'm always in between. So yeah, like it's really but it feels criminal to just like as you shower and then you just go. Okay, it depends also. If you feel if there's some massage like this one which you put on your body, which even after you shower, you still kind of feel like you're not dry, you're not looking like something like that. Just definitely something.
And also it's not too weighted, like when you're going to bed, like something that's overly thick, that feels like it's not breathable, too much. So if you're gonna put something that feels like light.
Yeah.
Just like this one.
Yeah, it actually is extremely lightweight. When we have cocoa butter, you know, if you have something butter, you automatically it's going to be heavy. You're going to be spreading. This is actually really good for evening. So the nights when I do want something on my skin, it will be this going to be like a lightweight oil or something like that. But not like chia butter or something. Something super thick, super thick. Yeah.